The issue is also a matter of cause and effect, consequences on what people do. The question some people have raised as to whether or not some people have been slapped on the wrist for some of these grievous actions. Again, is the government of Kaduna looking at a local solution to some of this problem? Perhaps allowing the local community, like you find in some federal states across the world, where there are local policing methods that are being used to curb some of these criminalities?
No, we've always made the very strong argument that one centralized police in a federation does not work. Nigeria is the only country in the world that is a federation that has only one police force. We have made the argument that states should be allowed to have their own police, and even local governments should be allowed to have community policing. The number of policemen we have in Nigeria is inadequate. It's less than half of what we need, and a large percentage of them are engaged in non-police duties, like carrying the handbags of the wives of important people. We need to have a greater footprint of policing in Nigeria. And the only way to achieve that in a fast-track manner is to amend the constitution and put policing on the concurrent list as recommended by the APC True Federalism Committee. And so that we have more policemen. In any case, today, most state governments are responsible for the running costs of the police. The federal government only pays the salaries of the policemen, but the running costs, their logistics, their vehicles, their fuel, their communications, are all responsibilities of state governments across the country. So what are we afraid of? Let us just amend the constitution and allow state policing, and in fact go further and allow local governments to have their own police. That way you have more security footprint. There will be very strong regulations to restrict the activities of the local government police as well as the state police, and differentiate between federal crimes and state crimes, as we have in virtually every federation.
But
Nigeria is a unique federation.
Yeah. So we are due for a break, but if in 30 seconds you can take on this. You are a very influential person in the APC as a governor, as a close friend to the president. You have made this recommendation. Why is it difficult to implement in the face of the fact that hundreds of people have been killed every day?
Look, the status quo is always difficult to change. People don't want change, and you have to understand that we have a history of coming from military rule. We have a constitution written under the military that still looks at Nigeria through unitary lenses. But it is clear that this has not worked. We have submitted a report. The president agrees with the contents, main thrust of the report. And we've drafted bills that will enable the amendment of the constitution as well as statutory amendments to give effect to our recommendations. You don't need the president or the federal government or even the APC to put this into effect. Any member of the National Assembly can pick our report, pick any of the bills, and sponsor them as private member bills. I think the reason why we don't have this is inertia, is the fact that people don't want change. But Nigeria is overdue for this redesign of our security architecture and many other aspects of our polity and economy. And I think I call on the members of the National Assembly to take our report, look at the bills that we've drafted and work on them, and try to give us state police, try to give us state judiciary, try to vest the control of mines and oil in the states. All onshore oil and minerals should be vested in the states, offshore in the government of the federation, while the states pay royalties and taxes. That's what it should be. That's how a federation should run, and we should go back to it.